So hello and welcome to my second live attempt on solving a data science related question using PostgreSQL on this platform called Strata Scratch. And to my right you see the editor, and to my left you see the question. This question is from Airbnb and it is checking our skills on asking a question related to rank. Now when I get into solving the question, we can discuss different types of rank. But to begin with, let's see what the question is. So it says rank guests based on the number of messages they have exchanged with the hosts, and guests with the same number of messages as other guests should have the same rank. So, alright, so, and then it says do not skip rankings if the preceding rankings are identical. For example, if there is a rank 2, the other rank should also be 2 if the count is same. And then it says output the rank, guest ID, and number of total messages. Now let's see what is there in the table. This is the metadata of the story inside the table. So we have a variable called number of messages is a numeric field value. We have ID guests and ID hosts, but I think in order to save time, we can only focus on the guest ID, the rank, and the number of total messages. So we can also take a look at the table. So let's see. Here's the table. We have alphanumeric long character string for guest ID and host ID. What we are interested in actually is the guest ID and the number of messages part. So here you see the number of messages each host has exchanged with the guests, and this is where we have to rank them and keep the highest number of total messages on top. So here is my approach. So first I would create a count of all messages per guest ID. The second approach is going to be creating a ranking system for the messages total. So usually this is a best practice to actually make note of the approach before you begin. Now let's get right into it. So select ID guest. Okay, I think that's the name. ID guest, and then count the number of messages. This is the name of the variable from Airbnb contacts. This is the name of the table. Now after using a aggregate function like count, I can say group by what? Guest ID. So I can say, instead of writing that name, I can just say 1 because ID guest is present first. Now here, this is not count, this is going to be sum. Let us see. I run the code, say some error. The error is n message does not exist. There is a typo. This always happens. Now running the code, I can see the sum here, so we might use an alias to make it look better. So we can say count of messages and then rerun. Alright, so now you see all the number of messages have been combined with the guest ID, and we have some numbers going up to 16 digits or maybe 20, etc. So this is the first part of our approach. Second is creating a rank. Now how do we do that? Can I create it within this query itself? I don't know, but there is one way that is there in my mind, which is creating a subquery. I can just put it in parentheses. Now this becomes a table for me. So what I can do is query from this table and then create ranking from that query. So let's do select star. Now star from from this. Okay, so this has an alias of A. Select star, and then I can say dense rank. So dense rank is going to actually rank it without skipping the second rank, or the next rank. So dense rank over, and we have order by. Now this is all part of the syntax, and ordering is important here because you want to order it by the number of messages, right? So the number of count of the number of messages, which is this, and how you want to rank it, ascending or descending. Of course it's going to be descending because we need to rank according to the highest number of messages received, and we can call this as well as rank. Unlike Python, we can use a keyword to name our columns. So let's see what it gives us. Alright, so there is an error at line 3 starting with open parenthesis. Select star dense rank over. So of course there is a from missing. So now, okay, so we have our output. Is this correct? Let me check the solution. Hooray, yes. So we solved it. So now we solved Airbnb's interview medium level question. Now this is a leveling up, and I will continue to explore the questions, and I would request you to join me in exploring the data science. Now you can tell me what went wrong, or is there something that could have been done better? I don't know. I am only exploring. Is there a better way to do it? You never know. So please comment, share, and let me know if there is something that you would like to discuss and you have a question. You can post and I can give you a solution. So thank you so much for your time, and soon I'll come up with something else.